Hello, and we are live here on Mary the Medium and Pet Psychic. And how are you doing tonight, Mary?
I'm good. I'm great. I just got back from Spirit Fest up in Washington, D.C. last night. And that was incredible. And I got to go to the Smithsonian and see the Hope Diamond.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to see it, guys.
So we have Brooke with us tonight here down on the bottom of the screen. It's like Brady Bunch. Oops, hold on. Forgot to turn off the volume. Feedback. So before we get too carried away, I just want to say that today. Okay. Yep. Today we're doing dangerous thing for your pooches.
Right.
So we'll get into that, but yeah, just what else is there anything you wanna let's see? Sorry, yeah. So you were I know you just got back from DC.
Right. I did, yeah. So I went to DC. I was up there from Thursday through Sunday for Spirit Fest USA. And during some of the time I took off and went to the Smithsonian. You know, I haven't seen it since I was a child. And so I went back, like all these years later. And of course, the Hope Diamond was there. I didn't know that was there. We were, going to go see dinosaurs and then their crystals and their, the really expensive necklaces. Like the lady that used to own Trump's Mar-a-Lago, she had all of her gifted jewelry hanging in there. It was incredible. But I saw the Hope Diamond, guys. And with my gift, that thing was, as soon as I walked into the room, it's like, oh, no. Talk about a
just
negative. No, a negative spirit is guarding that Hope Diamond. Okay, that's a blood diamond. And I said this on Sunday, our show on Sunday, Mary, what do you see? I said, so I took some pictures of it, but I felt super uneasy and very nauseous when I got close to it. Very nauseous. So the live photos that I took, it said, "Why are you here?" And see, usually when I go to a place, Spirit knows I'm there to cleanse it, get the good souls out, leave the bad, And so this woman's voice, in the very beginning, she said something, and I have to go back with my earbuds and listen. But then she also said, "Why are you here?" Because she knew, I figured, well, I can go in there and see it, but I didn't even want to mess with that spirit. That's one nasty, evil entity that controls the Hope Diamond, guys. That's a blood diamond. And of course, the rumor is that if you own it, that, whoever owns it or wears it for a period of time dies. That's the rumor. So,
Liz Taylor had it, didn't she?
Yeah, and didn't Richard die shortly thereafter?
I don't know. She was married too many times for me to really keep him straight.
Yeah, Richard, her husband. And she was married like, what, 8 times or something?
12.
That chomping, by the way, is Emma decided to finally eat her dinner.
Well,
as long
as
you
hear it,
that's so
yeah.
late.
Wow. It's been down. She's a cat dog. She eats when she's hungry.
Okay.
Emma loves plastic bottles. You can't have plastic bottles near her.
Oh.
Wow. You can't have other cats around Tuk Tuk. He just, If you hear me scream, knock it off, then you know what happened.
Well, you almost knocked the monitor off Sunday.
Oh, yeah, I know, right?
You're like, don't do it. It's like,
yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yep.
So they know what they're not supposed to do. Like whenever Jeff and I are on our laptops, Layla will just come and
because they want your attention. They know that you're
like all the time.
Come here. No, you've already. No. All right.
So tonight's episode is how do you say the title? I don't want to say something and get us censored. So what? So like how to not unalive your pets, people, with the products out there.
Like basically, right? You think you might be doing something good for your pet, but in fact, you're actually, and a lot of yes, I took it. Yeah, Mary sent me pictures, and I'm gonna show them. So we should state this is fair use and only for entertainment and entertainment and reference purposes. So or critiquing purposes. No.
Right.
Yeah, no infringement.
Yeah, this is only for entertainment purposes only. But whatever comes out of my mouth is direct spirit. So, you know, if you have a problem with that, guys, then take it up with spirit.
All right.
I like that. I like that.
And so let me get us started.
You're the world for a reason.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy what happened? Thank you so much for that affirmation today, Brooke. From
Melody?
Yeah. So this lady came to me.
She came to me and I relayed the message, but you
saw
it.
Yeah. She came to you and she said, well, I think she emailed me too or texted me. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, we were live on our Sunday show, weren't we?
No. Originally, when she texted me in October, if you look at the text, it's like October, something. I asked her for a picture of her stepdaughter, and that's when you said she is in danger, and this is what I see. You need to try to find her. She was alive at that point.
I told her who she was with.
Yes.
And so they got the guy, guys. They found her. They got the guy, and
it was her dad. It was her stepdad.
Yeah, and it was exactly as I saw it. So she survived. The little girl survived. I told her exactly where she was, who she was with, and they found her. And he's in jail. So that's good.
Do we want to then start, like, we have a little update from last week. We can start off with this little pooch here, because she's in a different time zone. She's in the UK. Nat, the person that sent the picture, remember last week?
Right, yeah.
And you were spot on as far as, like...
Right, the age, because he kept showing me 11. Well, apparently Arden died when he was 11, about ready to turn 12. And the burning, and I can't remember what Arden passed from, liver or something.
Liver, yeah. It was like a liver
issues. So yeah, that would cause that. And so thank you so much, Nat, for the affirmation of being spot on. And just what a beautiful baby you had and still have. Arden is still there. So, don't forget to say his name.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Yeah. And then all the cats that we did. And unfortunately, neither one of the owners was available for the show during the show. It's like technical problems trying to get on. And so anyway, so thank you also for the affirmation on that I was 100% correct with your cats. You have some gorgeous cats. So thank you for letting me read your pets. But this week, guys, is pet treats, vaccinations, horrible toys. I've got a recipe of what you can make for your dog or cat for a treat, rather than, like, for instance, this right here, rawhide bones. Jason, you want to talk about rawhide?
Rawhide. My last dog, Gracie, who's here, but Gracie loved her rawhide bones, and I didn't really like to give them to her, but she was it wasn't 100% at the beginning when she was a puppy. It wasn't my choice 100%.
Right.
Kind of got her hooked on them. And I would give her one a week, but she got other toys. But the big problem is that people have to, if they're going to, whatever toy or for chewing is, you got to watch your dog and know your dog.
Right.
And know the size of your dog and know the appropriate, like you can't just leave them because they can choke.
Yeah.
There were a couple of times where she got a little, because I had to grab, my fingers went down her throat a couple of times.
It's the scariest thing.
They splinter off. Guys.
They get in and they can cause blockages in their digestive.
Yeah.
Intestines.
They can literally cut their intestines. This stuff gets off and sticks in their intestines. Bacteria grows, guys. Not a good thing to buy. And a lot of these products, I went through Sam's today. A lot of these products I went through Sam's that you're going to see here on this list. So, I'm not saying, I'm just telling you there are some good things to give your animals and there are some bad things to give your animals, and don't do this one.
Definitely. And a lot of the cheaper, if they're cheaper, they could come with chemicals all over them, and they provide zero nutritional value to them. So they're not, it's nothing. Emma she doesn't really she has nylobones, but I know she doesn't swallow the little pieces because they end up in the blanket.
What are those?
Nylabone, it's like a really hard kind of like for chewing.
Okay. All right.
But it's a safe kind of
okay.
toy. It doesn't she doesn't eat it. It doesn't get into her digestion at all.
Okay. So I was going to say, because a lot of animals, cats scratch, okay? And I was going to say about cats, okay, if you're going to give your cat a treat, like I said, there's a recipe coming up in the show that will put up, that you can make at home. So anyway, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's see. I put it up.
The other, what are some? Yeah, this is it right here. Self and healthier alternative to rawhide or any kind of treats, guys, on the market, because they put so many preservatives and chemicals in them, and it's like you're taking your dog or your cat to Taco Bell or McDonald's every day when you give them stuff that's bought in the stores, okay, like in Walmart, grocery store, So this
meal
is
mix is Taco Bell for cats.
Right. Yeah. Homemade
oh my gosh,
for
you're
dogs.
not wrong.
Yeah, no, you're not.
You told me to switch because my cat went from 2.6 pounds to 10.3 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Grow. Yeah.
It was the meow mix.
I got to tell you, it's nothing but carbs and food coloring.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, it's like Taco Bell. I don't think.
And you don't want your cat diabetic, Brooke. And it's no nutritional value. A friend of mine fed his cats meow mix until I stepped in, and I went out and bought a lot of different foods that they finally found that they liked. But his cats, he took one of them to the vet, nutritionally deficient from eating meow mix because it's all carbs. There's no kind of good thing in there for the cats. So this recipe, you want an eye of round. Okay, you don't want a softer meat like a tenderloin or anything like that because it won't hold up, and you can freeze these once you dehydrate them. Now, if you have a dehydrator, great. If you don't, slice it thin, guys. Slice it thin when it's really, really cold and it's almost defrosted. Put it in the freezer, pull it out a couple of hours and slice it. Okay. And you can do this with turkey, chicken, salmon, and you can add dog safe seasoning, cinnamon, turmeric, and ginger. And what I do is I set it, the cookie sheets that you let your cookies dry on. Okay, so I put the beef on the cookie sheets, the drying racks, and then underneath it I put aluminum foil to catch any juices from the beef on a full size sheet pan. Turn the oven on to 200 degrees. Put this in there. Yeah, put it in your oven for 2 to 4 hours. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, depending on how thick you slice it. Okay, so pull it out halfway during the time. Flip it. Okay, you can pick it up, see if it's dry. If it's not dry, put it back in there until it's absolutely 100% dry. Pull it out and then let it air dry until it's, room temperature. But quick, easy, cheap, affordable way to keep your pets healthy. You're not giving them carbs, okay? You're
protein,
giving them protein.
Would you still store these in the refrigerator, or are they cured enough where you're?
I would put them in individual bags, like maybe 5 in a bag.
Okay.
And put those in the freezer, the ones that you aren't going to use right away. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah, absolutely. It freezes beautifully.
Yeah. Plus, what's in it,
Yeah, you do.
Because even the healthy stuff that you think is healthy for your pet, it's like humans. It's like stuff that's marketed for health is not so healthy,
No, it's not.
I have a question about the amounts of food that you're supposed to feed, and because I think that people overfeed their animals, and I think that's what they were doing to my kid. She has 2 cans a day, and then Meow Mix, or not Meow Mix, some science diet, whatever. It looked healthy. She doesn't like it as much, though, of course, because it's
of course not, because it's not kitty crack.
They get used. It's like us. If you eat fast food all the time, it's like then you go eat a salad. It's
you're gonna blow up. You're gonna balloon up in weight. Right.
I know all about that lately.
So
okay, I'm sorry, Jason. I kind of interrupted you. But yeah, I was just wanting to know if
a cup of food, or is it half a cup, Jason?
Well, for what?
To feed like Emma. How much do you
Emma's
feed?
It's 3/4 of a cup twice a day, so a cup and a half.
Yeah,
it depends on the weight of the dog or the cat. It should have has a chart weight, and if you don't know, for a cat, the best thing to do is step on the scale, and then with the cat, holding the cat, and then subtract how much you weigh, and then
she hangs out on it. But
just saying, if I know cats are a little bit to get them to sit still on a scale.
My God.
It can be real hard to get cats to do anything. She comes to you like a dog. You'll call her and she comes to you like a dog. It's the
cute. That's so cool.
If anyone's giving they want this, of course they want it. But think about, I was telling my mom, I'm like, Mom, look how big Emma is, and look how big that piece of food that you have, and then shrink that down, and you'd be giving her a porterhouse.
Yeah.
So
for big dogs, I'm not sure on the amount. I know
our Great Dane we got from the feed store. We actually went to the feed store, and they have to eat up off the floor. But yeah, it's a lot. Wow. It's a if you do have a feed store or kind of more of a wholesale pet store, which we do. For a bigger dog, you'll do much better than the grocery store, because it's a decent size amount. If you have especially a Great Dane or a fairly large dog.
There and I want to point this out, guys. If your cat or your dog is getting these black marks on their chin, Okay, that's from their face being in a food bowl and their chin rubbing up against the food. So they're getting food inside their hair follicles on their chin. My niece Julia has a cat that has that happen. So, I was looking at the bottom of her chin. It's like black. It looks like blackheads all over her chin. Well, that's because her chin is rubbing up against the food in the bowl. A holistic vet in New Hampshire, where Tuk Tuk goes, told me the best thing. Okay, because there weren't bowls back in time when animals were, over the history of animals. They always ate flat. Whatever the carcass was, they pulled it off the carcass and ate it off of the ground. So a flat plate, no bowls, a flat plate to feed your cats and dogs, because if it's a small bowl, the dog will get his snout in there, and then you'll notice black spots on their nose or on their chin from the food being up against the side of the bowl. So always feed your animals on a flat plate, paper plate, or a plate that you eat off of. We all eat off of flat dinner plates.
Emma when she was a puppy, I had to give her have you seen the slow feeder bowls?
Yeah, saw that. Yeah.
It was for the flat nose. Because the first one I got was for a regular dog, and she's like, I can't eat that. Her tongue couldn't reach the food.
Does she try to eat your food?
No. When she was a puppy. When she was a puppy. She's never
eat your food, Mary?
Nope.
Oh, well, Cheetah does. Cheetah likes human food. We only feed him the protein. So, but the thing is though, guys, if you notice black spots on your cat's chin or your dog's snout, it looks like blackheads, you can take soapy water and scrub it. If it starts to get really bad, then take them to the vet.
I do, because Emma, Frenchies are prone to get zits, kind of, and they sell these like natural products like wipes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they're like little handy wipes. You can get them and swipe her chin. But I always wash her food bowl every time.
Yeah.
Make sure you always, because bacteria can grow and.
Yeah. So, but if you notice, if it starts happening more often, feed her on a flat plate.
Oh, she's fine now. Well, she's like, oh, I'll eat now, but I'll add some. Let's see.
Okay, so here's another. There's all of these. Milk bone. Read the ingredients on the back of this. Preservatives and crap. Okay, and and temptations, don't do it. Don't buy it for your cats.
It's
this
tempting,
is
but
horrible,
don't do it.
horrible. Especially if they're having if they're male cats and they're having urinary problems, don't give them this. Grain-free dog treats. Everybody thinks, oh, gluten-free. Guys, grain-free has been popping up as a no for animals because it's starting to show heart issues with animals. So everybody thinks, oh, I'm going to get gluten-free from my animal, my dog, because it has allergies, and the problem is it in the process is also causing heart issues. But that being said, a lot of these products have corn in them. Okay. Corn and other grains like oats. And your dog, it probably has the allergy to these other grains. And I get that. So you have to be careful. See, like this one right here's got soy. Can you believe that? Yeah.
Well, a lot of those probably have glyphosate in them too.
It does. It's got glycol, propylene glycol, guys.
Glyphosate. Yeah.
I don't know
Preservatives,
if we added,
citric
but like
acid.
if there's new viewers, Mary has multiple degrees in nutrition. She's a nutritionist. So she's a really good person to talk to about labels and
Yeah.
what's on the back of stuff.
All right. I went after Dia Food Company. Before I say that, look at pepperoni. Look down here. Citric acid. That's from corn, guys. Anytime you see citric acid on any food label, it's made from corn. What do they feed pigs and cattle before they slaughter them at market? Corn. Stay away from anything that has citric acid in it. It's corn.
That will just make you chubby.
And yeah, and you know
No
what?
nutritional
Yeah,
value.
and it'll spike your blood sugar.
Mhm.
And it could also be causing all of the skin allergies that your cat or dog may have. Even in humans, tomato
Yeah.
paste, Muir Glen organic tomato paste has citric acid, okay,
The
from
organic sesame.
corn.
Yeah.
Corn. Plus, and so everybody knows this, you want to take it even worse, even further, all corn. I don't care if it's organic or not. All corn is genetically modified. All corn, period.
And there's that stuff now that they're spraying on food. That what's it called? Like
Apeel. Apeel.
apeel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is it that?
you can't wash it off. It's the
Oh,
one
and
that
this one
turns
is
bananas into like rubber, like Play-Doh.
okay.
We were
Here's
talking about this
another.
earlier, Mary.
Huh?
Yeah, Apeel. We
We were
were.
talking about this earlier. Yeah.
Okay, stay here. Look at
Okay.
pepperoni again. Look at the BHA. Guys,
Okay.
that's a carcinogen.
Mhm.
BHA is a carcinogen. So whoever buys this for their animals, you're basically feeding them just, you're just waiting for cancer to develop. Stay away from these things. Let's look at blue buffalo. Blue buffalo, if you talk to any vet, they will say stay away from it.
I thought that was supposed to be healthier.
I
No?
gave
Yeah,
that was the first thing I gave Emma, and then she had really bad. Her stomach was upset, and I switched her.
It's
So
got oatmeal, brown rice, cane sugar, guys. It's got vegetable glycerin. I mean, okay, natural flavor. Natural flavor, guys, comes from beaver's ass. They
yep.
they keep them in pens. It's got DHA. Okay, natural smoke flavor. All of a sudden, this thing just went blurry. And natural smoke flavor, all comes. Natural smoke flavor is a carcinogen. Canola oil is a carcinogen. BHA, what is it? What was this again? I can't read it. BHA, and then I forgot what this was. Now it's all blurry. I can't read it. But cane sugar. You're gonna feed your animals sugar? That's crap.
Why you should not, the pup cups. I'm like, no.
So what's happening with these companies are people out in my family out there talking. So what's happening with these food companies, guys? They're being bought and sold. How can we make this recipe cost less and still, have mass production? The whole bottom line goes to cost. And so they're cutting out anything that is really good for your animals, and they're substituting like all these preservatives, all this sugar. Stay away from this stuff. You want something that's got 5 ingredients or less when you're feeding your animal. And it better be all nutrients and minerals.
You can
and
pronounce
protein.
everything. Well, I think it's frustrating sometimes when you look at the back of labels and you're like, I can't pronounce any of this. It might not be good for me.
If you can't pronounce it, don't buy it, because
Right.
that's just another way to hide a carcinogen, a cancer causing thing, or a preservative, probably petroleum based.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we have here happens to be flea and tick collars. Guys, if you look up the statistics on Pet Armor, look how many cats and dogs have died.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to get flea and tick treatment, take them to the ocean or to a salty, like a saltwater bath. Will take care of it. Also, what is it? Is it borax? Was that it?
Borax.
Borax.
Yeah, just regular borax, 20 mules.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
In your carpet. Okay. And if you if you take your dogs or cats for walks out in nature, Bravecta is good. But honestly, I've had cats that have had even horrific reactions to Revolution. If they're indoor cats and they don't go out, why?
Yeah.
Why put pesticides on your animals? Because this is what it is. These are actually what they use to kill termites. Is what's inside the flea and tick collars and the pills and the liquid you put on their back. It's the same thing they use to kill termites. Did you know that?
No.
Yes. No wonder our pets are not living long. No wonder our pets have severe reactions. Saltwater bath, great. Take them to the ocean, pour a saltwater water bath in your bathtub, borax in your carpet, flea and tick combs. If you have to take them outside in nature for walks, super. But if they're strictly indoor animals, then no. I don't do it.
Cedar too. They don't like cedar.
I was looking at, because it's expensive if you add all the money up to feed a pet. It's not cheap.
No.
Like, do you have some make at home recipes? I thought you mentioned it.
Yeah, we did it last week, I think.
Mhm.
Didn't we? Or the week before, when we had my friend on talking about Frenchies. She had, and last week I think we had put up some recipes. So in the last episode, and I don't know if you saved those or not, Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? So maybe we could put those up. Yeah, later, so you guys could have some homemade recipes. It's kittens. There's a specific ingredients that you need to feed kittens. Taurine is one, vitamin A. I mean, there's specific ingredients you have to feed kittens. Kitten milk that you can get, you can buy that. Don't give them human milk. Their stomachs, their systems can't tolerate
not regular dairy.
My daughter, she would let the cat finish her milk, and she would have the worst gas. I'm like, no. Sometimes she'll eat my
out of those
yogurt. Oh wow!
There's one example of a good one.
Yeah. So of course there's that. What's the name of that cat food that's all natural and they advertise it and you can sign up as a subscription base? Smalls. That's really good. It's very expensive, guys.
Yeah.
So the recipes that I came up with, and so did my friend. So it's pretty much just like Smalls. This is a pet treat that they advertise to go along. You get it for a lifetime. These are upcycled. Does anyone know what upcycled food is?
No.
Food that's been thrown away.
Oh,
Is it like
the
scraps
Chinese
or
restaurant that I used to work
like
at.
taking scrap, like basically like scraps and
Thrown away
oh,
food that nobody is probably past their expiration date
mhm.
That is so
or
gross.
before it expires. And they're making it into different things. I mean, there's all, if you look in the grocery stores, guys, upcycled food and that's another name for recycled food. However, these treats are really good for your pets. It's upcycled.
Catnip and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and okay, so that's another thing to talk about. Catnip.
Mhm.
Guess where catnip's made?
Don't
Besides
China.
it growing in your
Yeah.
yard,
Besides, if you have it growing in your yard, you got a gold mine. Catnip is typically coming from China,
Mhm.
just like pine nuts. Don't buy it.
Can't you
Get,
grow it?
you can grow it.
I think
Absolutely, you
my
can
Yeah,
grow
mom
it.
our
That would be the best
oh
thing.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
haven't grown it, but my mom
we had a
has.
neighbor's cat that would they had it all along the side of the house.
Right.
Mhm.
But the dried catnip,
Yeah.
typically it comes from China. Don't buy it. You don't know what kind of toxins are in there, what else got in there with it. Don't do it. No, it's better to buy the seeds, plant your own little garden, maybe even have a little potted plant by your windowsill with catnip.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Grow
Or
your own. Yeah.
cat greens as well.
Oh yeah, the grass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There's yeah, if you have window space, that's a good thing to have.
Yes, yes, it is. But there's Reiki and Fluffy.
Backy.
Yeah.
Is that Backy?
No, that's Reiki. That's Backy's twin, Reiki
Yeah,
and Fluffy.
Fluffy.
I had
Okay.
that same Swiffer in the hallway, that purple handle.
Yeah, that's the cat counter right there in my kitchen.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
I
okay.
thought it was Pet Supplies Plus, Mary. I thought,
Yeah.
like, it was a sample table.
No, that's the only counter that cats can climb up on my pine box and then climb up there if they want, anything. That's the only counter in the house. Yeah.
That's a yeah, the takeout counter.
That's
Yep.
the takeout. Kitty
Drive
takeout.
through the cat through. Yep, yep.
Right.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. Let's see. Well, this one, so that's food wise, but do you want to go on to the other, which would be
Toys.
yeah.
We called
We didn't do
toys.
yeah. Well,
I tried to find
Rawhide.
pictures for these. I looked it up and I tried to find pictures and I couldn't find pictures. Maybe it's because you can't get a hold of them now, you know?
Oh yeah,
Um,
taken off the market. Are they from China?
I don't really know.
Okay,
I
so what did you
looked
find
it up.
out?
Dog vaccinations.
Is that what we're doing next?
Well, that yeah, I thought. Do you want to go on to that, or do you still want to
Well,
But
oh, so Brooke
I
doesn't
don't
have,
know.
you don't have pictures of the pulled pet toys?
No, I couldn't find them on Google at all. We
Oh,
can
wow.
mention them. We can read them
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is yeah. Well, I guess the thing is like with dogs specifically, uh there's different types of is your dog like those stuffed animals,
Yeah.
like
No.
5 minutes, gone,
Yeah.
done,
Right.
whatever.
and the stuffing, guys, you have to be very careful what's
Yeah.
stuffed inside the animals. You don't want to buy any kind of stuffed animal that has eyes that can be pulled out, ears that can be and chewed and swallowed. If they digest any of this, guys, it could get wrapped around their intestines. Rope toys, all the threads get wrapped around their intestines, and then you're looking at thousands of dollars for surgery, or you're going to have to, unfortunately, put your animal down if you don't have the money for that. Okay.
Oh yeah,
You scared me straight with the blanket. I have a blanket that has like some pills on it, you know, and she likes to suckle on the blanket. And Mary said, because it had too many pills on it, and she's like, no, do not do that, because that could cause a blockage and literally your cat can die. And so now she suckles on a different blanket that doesn't have pills on it. But
right, yeah, absolutely. Like I've got a big bunny back behind this Mary the Medium banner that somehow magically appeared in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And it's just a plain bunny.
And this is
But
in here.
that's for Tuk Tuk. Yeah.
Well, I have her. I don't know where it is. Is it up here? No, it's like a bone, but it's that it's got like it's like chew resistant, puncture resistant, and she doesn't. It's that turquoise bone you've seen in her pictures.
Yeah.
She just uses that. She doesn't, but she just kind of uses that as a chin rest.
Right, but when animals
some dogs will chew. Yeah, it depends on what your dog is like, though. You know what I mean? Like Gracie would destroy things. Like Tiger tested.
Yeah.
5 minutes tops.
Right. So, and behavioral issues, like if you leave, does your cat become very nervous and clutch hold of something and start ripping it up? Okay, that's a behavioral issue. That's anxiety from separation. Okay. So what I recommend if your animal has separation issues is, believe it or not, they make them, you know, just plain teddy bears with a recorder on the inside that you can probably put up somewhere, or somehow that the animal can't get to the inside of the stuffed animal. But every time they touch it, your voice talks to them.
That's sweet.
It has a recordable voice. If you got a camera, that's even better. It solves the problem. If you have a camera inside the house where your pet is, talk to them on camera and reassure them. That way you don't have to buy all of these toys for them. And you have to remember, they are like a 2 or a 3-year-old baby. Yeah. Okay. So the toys, no plastic toys, especially ones coming from China or from a third world country, because usually they're made of toxins, dyes, and you're just putting that in. It's like giving an animal a bottle of water to chew on, a plastic bottle. Okay, you're going to get the microplastics in their mouth, in their gut, in their body. Don't do it. I suggest just like a simple little rag doll with no stuffing. Okay.
They do. They make dog toys without the stuffing.
Yeah. Perfect.
Or they have, and they do make ones with like a rope in it, but it's a different kind that won't string up.
Okay. All right.
It's
yeah.
More,
so I you know, Tuk Tuk's got his little black little teddy bear about this big that used to belong to Sparky, and Tuk Tuk has shredded him. Okay, so it's like what's left of teddy bear. But it's still his blanket. But yeah, guys, so we had to put down a cat, Charlie, because Charlie had ingested all of these fibers from stuffed animals. And you learn. I'm telling you, you learn.
How old?
That's why. Yep.
Charlie was 8.
Oh, that's young for a kid.
Yeah, last year. Had this wad of it wrapped around his intestines. And unfortunately, I didn't have 10 grand to have
Oh.
an operation done. Yeah.
Wow.
That's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really
Yeah.
hard.
It's really hard because I caused it. I bought these things for him. So it's better just don't buy your dog toys. There's nothing safe out there. If you're going to give them anything, give them just a plain blanket. Okay. Rub your scent all over the blanket and let them use that to lay on, you know,
Oh
and
yeah.
then talk to them through a camera. I don't know if Tina Slay, who's a good friend of mine, is watching this. She has dogs, has had dogs in the past. But Tina, I don't know if you have anything to say, if she's still in the audience, or if anybody has any suggestions, and something else. You can actually simple things for your animals to play with. An Amazon box.
That's what I was gonna say. Cats love boxes. I don't know what dogs love, but I know cats
Yeah.
love boxes.
Boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well, here's the thing.
A
I've never
recycled
had a dog.
paper bag that they can crawl into.
Well, I've had both. I had both. So I had both at the same time. And
Yeah.
I've
I'm
had
like,
both.
I never understood, are you a kid or a dog person? I'm like, I love animals. I
love
think
Right.
it's really, I think it's very irresponsible if you live in the city and you work a full-time job. I think it's really irresponsible to have a dog.
Right.
I think, I'm sorry. I think you're going to leave your dog in a crate or like locked up for 8-9 hours with,
Terrible.
I mean, no.
Yeah.
That's why a
Terrible.
cat.
Yeah.
But
We're not
dogs
responsible enough for a
dogs
dog.
take more. I mean, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they're a little more work. I mean, but the big misconception is, oh, they're a cat. They don't need cats need your attention. They just,
Oh yeah.
the biggest difference is they go in a box and you don't have to take them outside or let them out. That's the only
Right.
difference.
Right.
And I would have never trusted those automated dog doors. I'm like, I don't know what else is coming in that. Have you seen those, Mary?
I have doggy doors in my house.
Oh, I had
to
it to
go
the
out.
basement for Baxter. His
Yeah.
cat box was downstairs, so he would, do the door to the stairs to the basement.
Oh,
But I'm talking about for the outside door. Like they have these ones that are activated with the on their collar has like a like a sensory, so it'll unlock when they get closed. But I'm just like, what else will come in with them?
Right. You're right. You're
I'm
right.
like,
Yeah.
no.
I
Oh, no.
saw you put something up there, Jason, about vaccines. Now, I have a question. I got my the flea, there's like a series of like 4, and I had to pay for the rest of the series by myself. And they want me to come in and get her like another 10 shots, and she doesn't need them. I understand they want to give her tons and tons of shots.
And your
Like,
cat's
I
It's
think
indoor
money.
only.
well.
No.
Here's the
They
thing.
want
With the so I'll put this up now. And this is educate yourself. Get online, know about all the options, look into it, the pros and cons. I don't know why I couldn't format this to save my life. It's all like centered. But basically, a lot of people, unfortunately, a lot of veterinarians and a lot of the big corporate chains, they're there to sell money. They're to sell.
Right.
They're salespeople, and they will pressure
Right.
sales you, and they want you.
That's true.
They wanted me to buy a health insurance plan for my
Yeah, well,
2-week-old
and
cat. She doesn't protect.
Let,
My
let,
cat
let me
doesn't
tell
do
you,
it.
let me tell you what happened to Sharkbait. Sharkbait's 20 years of age.
Yeah.
And Sharkbait went in. I took him in New Hampshire to this vet that I go to, and it was a young vet right out of vet school. And he was due for his rabies, 20 years of age. And I'm like, I don't think I want to get him his rabies. He never goes outside. He was always an indoor cat for, I would say, the half of his life, from 10 years on. And so she gave him a 3-year rabies vaccination. And I have to say, and my vet in Florida said, we don't give old cats a 3-year vaccination. I want to say this vet made the wrong choice, and ultimately this was Sharkbait's demise. Do not, if they say give your animal a 3-year rabies vaccine, don't do it. I think that's ultimately what led to Sharkbait's demise. Okay, we're supposed to trust these vets, but they're there also to sell products. Okay.
That's how I felt. I felt like it was a high pressure sale.
It is high pressure. That's what they're doing.
Yeah,
they're trained to do that, upsell. They're upselling. And the thing is, that's why you need to research. You need to go in there prepared. So, and that, I mean, when you're in sales, you can come back.
I asked Jeff, and he said the only ones that for sure need is the ones that they got, the series of 4, the FLB, whatever.
Yeah, right.
And then rabies.
Yeah.
Maybe. But so I haven't gotten the rabies yet, but they suggested a ton of shots. And of course it's
they
like
did. I mean, it's like
$200 a pop. That's why they wanted me to buy insurance.
Well, look what they're doing in the delivery room for humans. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah.
But there's another out. I mean, there is this approach too. And if you want to go, there is a holistic approach, and there is a different.
Are there many holistic veterinarians out there?
Yeah, there are. Yeah, there's a lot. Now, you have to approach. This is the way I look at it, at least. Holistic, they flip the script as far as like the snake oil salesman. The pharmaceutical industry flipped the script. They used to be the snake oil salesman, and then everything was holistic basically, and they demonized because of the profit, and that's what you're up against. You have to think the vets are an extension of big pharma.
That's why I don't like big pharma. Well, back in the day, like we got all of our medicine from food.
Well, my mom was telling me her dog, they didn't give it, she didn't get any shots or anything, and lived a long life, like, so they were like, they didn't do that stuff back then.
Right. So, and probably. I was taking all of my cats in and we're talking every time there was a vet visit, it was $700.
Oh my gosh, no way.
Yeah, $700 for now. Dental cleaning, I'm in agreement with, because bad teeth can cause stomatitis, and your cat can die from stomatitis. I'm absolutely 100% a believer in dental cleaning.
Yeah,
just like with humans.
Emma's toothbrush. It's like a finger toothbrush.
Yeah. And and you can do it too. But when tartar builds up and then the teeth become infected, you have to get them in for that. And then, like for instance, there's a series of vaccines. I'm telling everybody now. Tuk went to a holistic vet up in New Hampshire, and I got to tell you, she is great. And some of the medicines, because he had pancreatitis, because he's diabetic, The medicines are the holistic medicines that they give humans, and it works. Absolutely worked. Now, there are also veterinarians that do chiropractic care. Okay. Oh, yeah. A chiropractor. There's also dermatologist for animals.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That
yeah,
makes
they're
sense, though.
cardiologist for animals. They're all specialties. You're getting into the higher dollar realm there, but a holistic vet, you know, your dog's not going to be on all of these pharmaceuticals that
Mm-hmm.
can harm them. If I
Yes.
were you, I would search for a holistic vet.
There are quite a few. I mean, they're
Right.
not hard to find.
I've never even heard, but I used to be a chiropractic assistant and I never heard of a pet chiropractor either. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're exposed to all the
it
toxins
makes
we are.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
You
makes
know, I
sense. They've
mean,
got a muscle
Yeah.
skeletal system. Yeah, it makes sense. I just,
yep.
kind of laughed for a second. I'm like, no way, that's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what about cats and their placement? I was watching something on YouTube and it was the placement of where they sleep on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like they mean different things.
Right.
So
Like
yeah. Tell me
Tug
about
Tug covers my whole. He started doing this recently, like flopping his whole belly on my face. So he was claiming me, okay, because I had some other fur babies in the room, and so he was claiming me. A cat that stands on you is claiming you to the other cats. That's my mama, kind of thing. But as far as other things, like my cat will sleep one cat will sleep right here. That's Wilbur, where he feels safe. Tug Tug will do this every morning. Wake up, bam, bam, bam on my face, you know. But as far as other placements when they're sleeping, I don't know the answer to that. Do you? What did you find out?
I don't.
Well, that's something we need to research then. But yeah, typically it's a wanting to be close to you.
Well, I do know if they are on your chest, that's more like you're their person.
Yeah.
And if they're between their legs, they're usually cold and they're just kind of guarding you. Like
See,
was
Baxter depends on the time of year. He
yeah,
was a long-haired cat, so
Mhm.
if it was summer, he was off on the floor with his paws up.
Yeah, and just how they sleep and then eating biscuits. Does that ever stop? Or do they
Yeah.
do that into adulthood?
Mhm.
The kneading?
Baxter did it his whole. I mean, he'd come up at it's an affectionate kind of
Oh,
yeah. No, it's a nurturing or no, it's not.
it's really sweet. Yeah.
So what else do we have? Are we?
Well, we talked about, let's see, the vaccine schedule. We are just about at an hour, and so besides that, we do have a sponsor that we
Yes, we
need
do.
to.
Italian street bread. That looks
Yeah.
good.
Now this is for
Really,
people.
really,
Yep.
really, really good. Yep. I had some onion focaccia last week, guys. I mean, this is my favorite bread. So, all I have to do is, hey, send me some.
Mhm.
And
And they
onions are
do.
toxic to dogs, by the way. Yep.
Right.
The
Don't
olive
give.
one looked intriguing to me, but
Yeah.
I'm grounded from carbs for the week.
Yeah. But olive oil focaccia. They've got rosemary. They've got onion. They've got tomato. And I mean, some of the best in the world made by Italians. So true Italians, not American Italians, true Venetians. So guys, you need to, And when we think of focaccia, we think the big, huge, fluffy, focaccia. Focaccia over in Italy is not that fluffy. True focaccia is not pound high. It's not. That's an American version. If you
It's like
find
pizza, though.
focaccia, yeah, if you find focaccia over in Italy, it's going to be like pizza crust or a little bit thicker. So it's going to be like maybe this thick.
It will ruin pizza for you for the rest of your life. You'll never
It
be
will.
the same.
Yeah, right. And the great thing
Mhm.
is you can slice it and you can make it into sandwiches. This is what they use when you're walking around town and you got vendors selling sandwiches and stuff. This is what they use. But it's not just focaccia. They also have stratacaccia. I guess that's the name. I never say that right, but that's
Is
also
that a heavier or thicker? Like a denser?
it's about the same, but the difference is it's made with honey.
Oh,
And
okay.
and focaccia has got sugar and
Sugar.
yeast. Yeah, whereas the other type of focaccia is made with honey. So there are two different kinds of Italian street bread offers.
Okay.
It's probably
You
the
can
closest thing to
order
authentic.
online. Huh?
It's probably the closest thing to authentic you're gonna get.
It is absolutely authentic. Yeah.
Then,
I've not found this focaccia in the States other than that company, ItalianStreetBread.com. Now this
no.
I
okay,
got mine. I'm so excited.
okay, so Brooke, do you have it in front of you?
I actually do. It's in my purse, which
So
is
Brooke,
literally a backpack.
okay, so pull your hair back from your face and I want you to spray your face. Spray your
Yeah, let
crown.
me
Your crown. Your
let me
crown.
take this so you can.
Okay. Did you spray your crown?
Does it burn?
I'm melting. I'm melting. Like when I caught fire at the church.
So look at Brooke. Just look at her.
Do I
She
look
look-
brighter?
You do look brighter.
I noticed a different when I first did it. I felt like I was looking brighter, and I felt the oppression
Go
like,
away.
yeah, it got better. And then I
Lift.
was doing
Yeah.
it, and then the other day you said that I'm too grounded. I'm like, I've never said that. No one's ever told me I was going to be grounded. Everybody thinks I'm like
Too grounded.
left
Like
field.
right. To elevate, we have to elevate your vibration, raise your vibration. But honestly, you look lighter than when you started the show.
Isn't that cool? Well, I guess the audience can be the judge, but I see brighter too. Jace, do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she is brighter.
Hmm.
Well, I'll take some pictures.
Okay.
Again.
Yeah, do. I sold
Video.
a lot of it. And we've got viewers all over the world and they've ordered it. Guys, not only is it a protection spray, this is a pillow spray, a room spray, perfume for the body.
Yeah, it goes well with perfume, actually.
Yeah, or you can use it as perfume, but it's also a spiritual energy clearing field spray. Like everybody I see has got trauma trains, okay? That when they were walking up to my booth, I see the trauma trains coming because they've got
all the attachments,
dead people in their energy field, living people in their energy field. And that's why I created this. Everybody's like, oh, you need Palo Santos, you need sage. No, you don't, guys. All you need is this one spray. I just had a producer contact me out in Hollywood because she's got poltergeist activity in her house, and I'm going to mail her some of the spray. That's all she's going.
Yeah.
You can pick it up anywhere and you don't know it.
Yeah,
Oh God, yeah. I mean, you know.
happened to me. Apparently, I left myself wide open to that. So, and there's also people trying to do weird stuff to me because people are dumb. But yeah, I
Yeah.
could feel it when it was happening. And you told me, multiple people have told me, Jason told me I could feel it.
Yeah, the
And
oppression. Yeah,
mhm,
absolutely.
and I did like sage and I got the Palo Santo. I like,
But
Christian.
that's
So
but you know what? That's so much work.
it
Okay,
is, and that's why this was great.
sage irritates, okay, negative energies. Irritates it. Does it get rid of it? No. It irritates it enough so that it may move to another room. But will it clear it? No. I have found in all my years as a psychic medium, it does not clear it alone. So this is my proprietary blend that I made up that will not only take it away, it will clear it away. Okay. And that's all you need. And, and what if you're going to a party and you didn't bring your perfume, but you got this in your purse? Spray it.
It
It's
smells
great,
really fresh, but I love
perfume. Yeah.
essential oils.
Non-toxic. And, it's
With family, and they brought their wives, and that's just
yeah. Negative people, spray
Mhm.
yourself, guys. Yeah.
Well, I'm learning that a lot of people that have substance abuse problems have attachments, and you have to be
Big time.
careful when you're around
They're-
somebody that's,
Yeah,
always
because they
drunk.
see you. Okay, so let me tell you this. If you're around people who are drinking, doing drugs, they automatically will probably have attachments. And the attachments, the dead people, okay, or the dark energies will look at someone as fresh meat
Mhm.
and they will attach to you, especially if you have a gift. If you've got the light coming out of your head, they will
Which I
say,
do.
oh, wow, she's got a gift. She can help us get to where we need to be. So we're going to latch on to her. That's why I created the spray.
I know, and I'm
So-
so thankful for it.
You can order it on marythemedium.com. Text me, give me your address. We got all kinds of different payment links, and I'll send you what you need.
I suggest that people buy a 3-pack, save
Yeah.
save $7 for a
Yeah.
3-pack.
Mhm.
I
Right.
don't want to be without this stuff, so I'll probably be calling you again soon, spraying all the people that I know that have been going through it.
All you need is don't douse yourself in it, guys. It just takes one quick spray of the crown, the heart chakra area, and or just the crown. That's all you need.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah, I like it. You don't have to buy witchcraft stuff, and
No.
I don't have any of that
No.
stuff. I'm Christian. I don't believe it. That stuff.
Yeah,
but-
no, you don't have to buy witchcraft stuff. My gosh.
Well, some people
Why
like
would you?
holy water.
It's
Right, right.
Brooke,
Well,
yeah,
it's
no.
like
Don't you be
candles.
trying to dabble in.
Well,
Yeah,
like
no.
somebody had told me like something about binding, and I'm like, I don't want to have to look this up. I don't know how to do it. It's too much. It's complicated.
No, that's like, and that's creepy. That's dark, and
Yeah.
you're inviting negative crap in. Don't do it.
Mhm. So that's
You should
what,
be concentrating on bringing in the light, people.
mhm. Mhm. No, I've never done anything like that, but like I know that's how some people do that, and I'm afraid to mess with anything like that.
Yeah, don't. No.
But just a spray to fix my problems instead of 12 ingredients in a book.
Right. No, stay away from dark stuff. Stay away
Oh,
from.
I do. I was just
You're just
desperate and seeing what would
asking
happen.
for trouble. Yeah.
Well, who did
And you can spray your pets, guys.
Mhm.
You can spray your pets. there is nothing in this that will harm your pets. Just don't let them drink it, but certainly spray your pets. Just one quick little spray. That's it.
Yeah. I'll thank you for making this, Mary, because I was not in a good way.
I'm glad it's helped you, honey. Yeah, and you're much lighter than when you started. Serious. You can feel it within a minute. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I definitely
yeah,
feel
we
it.
can. So, I just wanted to say, as far as like recipes and stuff, I think I'm gonna put them all together and do like a digital kind of download on.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll get them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, do like a PDF,
Yeah.
Um,
Where people can go on marriedthemedium.com and download the PDF.
I
So
tried to make homemade cat food, but the cat like before to save some money, but she wasn't even interested. So maybe it was the kind that I was making. I think it's worth it.
chicken livers are excellent for cats, dogs, livers. Beef liver. Yeah.
Hamburger helper.
Yeah. Ugh.
My grandfather used to had a dog, and this cat would eat or dog. This dog would eat chocolate and drink beer, literally, and live to be old AF, like
No.
14.
No,
Yeah.
that's not old. Yeah.
For a dog, I thought for a dog, 14 is
a
old.
big dog.
Bigger dogs, yeah. Our Great Dane
Says
lived to be 11.
It was
Yeah.
And that was,
small.
But if it were
Really,
small, no, they can live a little bit longer than that. But still, that's not something you want to give.
No, because I've
animals.
always
No.
read don't give animals chocolate.
No. Onions, garlic, chocolate,
chocolate,
grapes,
grapes.
nothing like that. Yeah. So, yeah, guys.
All right.
Well, we've had a wonderful show. Thank you so much. Next week we'll be back next Tuesday doing pet readings. Send me your pets. I want to read them. I'll tell you about their what happened to them before you got them, or what they're thinking.
All right. Well, thank you, Mary.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brooke. And we will see you hopefully maybe Sunday for Mary. What do you see? We're doing.
Ooh.
I don't know. Possession and exorcism. So.
Well, we're having a special guest Sunday, and so next week, jumping, possessions, and exorcism, and so you don't want to miss that. So in a series of gifts. So each week, guys, for the next several weeks, like from astrologers, tarot readers, to healers, to psychics, to mediums, to remote viewers, you name it, we're going to have a series of guests dealing with what kind of gifts are out there, what their gifts are, how you can manifest your gift. And so don't miss Mary, What Do You See? Sundays, 9:30.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully we'll see you guys live. Have a good week.
All right.
Thanks.
Night, everyone.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I love you guys. Bye.